It's Miss T. It's January 6th and I'm not vlogging, but I kind of wanted to start off this video vlog style. Happy New Year. I hope y'all had an amazing holiday season. Lately, I've been really wanting to discuss beauty predictions, beauty trends for this year, 2025. So I wanted to show y'all my amazing bingo card that I did. I hope y'all think it's really cute. Let's discuss beauty predictions for 2025. Where should we start? I feel like 2024 was dominated by the clean girl. It was very much the clean girl trend, very much about what Hailey Bieber was doing. So I would love individual expression back. I'm really hoping that Urban Decay actually kind of steps up and allows us to be fun with makeup again. I feel like when I was super into makeup, obviously I still am, but when makeup was more colorful, more experimental, Urban Decay was one of those brands that we all turned to for fun, and I feel like they've kind of fallen off that path. So I would love to see a resurgence from Urban Decay. I know we just saw waterproof liquid highlights released from them, I think towards the end of last year. So yeah, I would love to see more from them so they can rejuvenate us, revive our creativity. This is MAC Studio Radiance Serum Powered Foundation I'm applying right now. Oh, it's one of my favorites. More predictions for this year. So I think this year is also going to be the year of powder. We haven't talked about powder in, I think, literally years. I would be willing to bet that so many people probably don't even know how to use powder foundation because it hasn't really been displayed to us in a really long time. So I would love if we saw more powder this year and we really stepped away from that clean girl look. I know we saw powder releases from Rare Beauty and Tower 28 towards the middle and end of last year. So I would love to see brands teach us more about how to use powder foundation, more things about press setting powder, finishing powders, and I feel like we kind of started to step into that towards the end of last year. And again, I just want to step away from the clean girl application and start applying more makeup so it's more fun the way that it used to be. You know, so fingers crossed for more powders. I also think K-beauty and skincare is going to continue to give US brands a run for their money. I know the Tear foundation was really big last year. I personally didn't get to try it just because as a professional makeup artist, I don't really know how to use that in my kit a sanitary way. So I didn't try it. It is for those of you who don't know, it is a cushion foundation. And that's another thing. I think cushion foundations are going to become really big this year as well because I know brands saw that Tear foundation take off. I wouldn't be surprised if Huda Beauty, Fenty, and Rare Beauty released a cushion foundation this year. I also feel like cushion foundations can be a product that can be marketed as something so fun to use and all this stuff. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw more cushion foundations this year. What else did I write on my bingo board? I also think multi-use products are gonna get bigger this year. There's no doubt in my mind, big beauty brands saw Danessa Myricks absolutely dominate the multi-use aspect of artistry last year. So I wouldn't be surprised if we saw more products like Danessa Myricks on the markets because I know they're trying to keep up with Miss Danessa. Speaking of multi-use, this is the Danessa Myricks blush in Jubilee. It's the only blush, the only cream blush I've gone through myself personally. This is a prime example of why her products absolutely dominate. I load this on my skin. Everyone always asks me what blush I'm wearing, like literally in my daily life. I just like let it sit for a second. I never hesitate to apply as much of this as possible because the way it blends is just like butter. Towards the end of last year, we saw Hailey Bieber kind of kickstart the frost makeup trend. So I think we're gonna continue to see frost makeup, icy girl makeup, which means like frosty eyelids with metallics and sparkles. I think makeup's gonna become fun again. I'm really excited. I also have favorite silver products and sparkle products I'm gonna make a reel on, so look out for that. But I really hope Frost lipstick comes back because Frost lipsticks are so underrated. Another thing I really like about Frost lipstick is that they're often used within mature people as well. I really feel like they're loved amongst all ages. which I really, really like, because usually if you talk to an older person about what lipstick they're wearing, it's often some type of metallic or has some like metallic sheen to it. Side note, see how easily that blended? It literally just melts right into the skin. Time for my fake freckles. Another prediction I have is influencer integration. I think massive brands like Estee Lauder and L'Oreal are gonna hire some of the world's largest influencers for worldwide campaigns and possibly even bring them on as beauty directors for their brands. That would be huge and probably controversial, but I wouldn't be surprised if that happened with the direction that influencing is going, especially with the makeup industry. Another prediction I have is satin finish skin. I really think we're gonna start, this ties into my point about setting. I really think we're gonna start seeing more coverage on the face. I know Anastasia Beverly Hills literally just released a longwear foundation, and we saw a few more longwear foundation releases towards the end of last year. So I think we're gonna see like more setting powders, more longwear foundations, and setting sprays. Anastasia also just released a setting spray. So they're the first brand to do it this year. Also with Huda Beauty releasing that violet, that like ultraviolet powder. Powder is gonna start trending this year. I know it. Speaking of powder, this is how I set my face. I just take a dry sponge, and I don't wear concealer under my eyes anymore. I don't love how concealer feels, but I just take a translucent powder, press it into the palm of my hand. I use the Huda Beauty loose setting powder, and I just set my T-zone where I am the most shiny. This also helps me set my fake freckles and kind of pushes them more into the skin to make them look more real. And then I kind of just go over again with my blush to sandwich the freckles in. Freckles should look dimensional, so they shouldn't ever look like they're sitting on top of the skin if they are fake freckles. So if you enjoy doing freckles, definitely take your time with them because it's so easy for them to look fake. Another prediction is I really think we're gonna start educating about brushes again, the best quality brushes, what brushes to use, the best brands to buy brushes from, and really stress that the tools that you're using to apply makeup is important. Classic! My camera died right before I was about to basically finish this up, so I just did my little micro liner and I did my lip liner because I find it kind of difficult to talk on camera while I'm doing lip liner. But we're done with celebrity brands. What the heck? Oh, I don't know what happened there, but maybe the celebrities are mad at me for saying this, but what I was saying was I'm so done with celebrities that have no business being in the beauty industry, and marketing products towards us like we're supposed to believe that they know what they're marketing and creating. There's so many minds behind their brands, and I feel like they generally don't really have any clue what they're doing. It's kind of just like know your place, you know? So this year, I really hope we focus on professional makeup artist brands like KJH, Katie Jane Hughes. She's an amazing makeup artist. Danessa Merrick's also a makeup artist, professional makeup artist, and Makeup by Maria. I think those are gonna be the top 3 professional artist brands that we see this year. Also, sorry if the light changed so much. I started filming this at 4, which is obviously the time that the sun starts to go down and stuff, and I just have these 2 lights in front of me. 2 more points. I think bronzing is going to continue to be popular all throughout 2025, where we're taking bronzer like blushes and placing them in the bronzer areas. And lastly, did I touch on this before? I briefly touched on this before. I'd really love if we focus on the best quality brushes to buy and why your tools are so important when you're using makeup. Those are all my beauty predictions, I believe. If you have any, please let me know in the comments. I love talking about this. This year, I'm really gonna focus on the flow that the makeup industry is going in, really popular product, taking note of product releases all throughout the entire year and doing a big summary video at the end of the year, or maybe every quarter. Maybe we'll do like a current trends video and how trends have changed from like the first half of the month to the second half of the month. I would really like to do stuff like that. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll talk to you very soon.